The Lost Library of Alexandria, a secret buried in flames. What if the greatest treasure of human knowledge was erased in a single night? Imagine a place so vast, so sacred, that it held the secrets of the stars, the dreams of philosophers, and the blueprints of civilizations. A place that could rewrite everything we believe about the past. That place was real. It was the Library of Alexandria, and its destruction hides a mystery that still haunts us. Let's step back to ancient Egypt. Alexandria, a gleaming city by the sea, was the beating heart of knowledge. Founded by Alexander the Great, it was a crossroads of cultures: Greek, Egyptian, Persian, Indian. At its center stood the Great Library, a monument to human curiosity. Picture endless shelves of papyrus scrolls, each one a whisper from the past. Mathematics, astronomy, poetry, medicine, ideas that could have launched humanity centuries ahead. Scholars from every corner of the world gathered here, their minds alight with discovery. It wasn't just a library, it was the internet of the ancient world. But then it was gone, burned, vanished. The story we're told is simple. In 48 BCE, Julius Caesar, caught in a war with Pompey, set fire to ships in Alexandria's harbor. The flames spread, and the library was reduced to ash. A tragic accident, or so they say. But what if the truth is darker? What if the library's destruction wasn't a mistake, but a deliberate act to bury secrets too dangerous to survive? Let's unravel the mystery. The Library of Alexandria wasn't just a collection of scrolls. It was power. Knowledge was currency, and whoever controlled it could shape empires. The library held texts that challenged the gods, questioned kings, and mapped the heavens with precision we're only now rediscovering. Some say it housed forbidden knowledge, ancient technologies, star maps, even whispers of lost continents. Plato wrote of Atlantis. Could the library have held proof? The Egyptians spoke of a time before the pharaohs, a golden age of gods who walked the earth. Were those stories locked in those scrolls, waiting to be silenced? Now consider this. Julius Caesar wasn't just a general. He was a man obsessed with control, a man who declared himself a god. Why would he, a lover of knowledge, let the world's greatest library burn? Some historians argue the fire was no accident. Caesar had enemies in Alexandria, scholars, priests, and philosophers who wielded ideas as sharp as swords, ideas that could undermine his rule. Destroying the library wasn't just collateral damage. It was a calculated strike to erase dissent, to keep the world in the dark. But the story doesn't end there. The library's destruction is shrouded in contradictions. Some accounts say it survived Caesar's fire, only to be damaged later under Roman rule. Others point to Christian zealots in the 4th century, tearing down pagan temples and burning heretical texts. Then there's the Muslim conquest in 642 CE, with tales of Caliph Omar ordering the scrolls burned, claiming they were either redundant or dangerous. Which is true? Or are they concealing a deeper truth? What if the library wasn't destroyed all at once? What if its most precious texts were stolen, hidden, or smuggled away before the flames? Think about it. The Library of Alexandria was said to hold 500,000 scrolls, yet we've found almost nothing. No fragments, no copies. Entire works by geniuses like Aristarchus, who calculated the Earth's orbit around the Sun 1,700 years before Copernicus, are gone. Eratosthenes, who measured the Earth's circumference with eerie accuracy, his methods lost. Hypatia, the brilliant mathematician and philosopher, murdered in 415 CE, her writings vanished. It's as if someone wanted these voices silenced forever. Here's where it gets chilling. There are whispers of a secret society, a group of scholars who saw the end coming. They called themselves the Keepers of the Flame. Legend says they spirited away the library's most dangerous texts before the fires, hidden in caves, buried in deserts, or passed down through secret orders. Some believe these texts still exist, guarded by descendants of the Keepers, waiting for the right moment to resurface. Could they hold the key to lost sciences, to histories we've been denied, to truths that could upend the world? Let's entertain the conspiracy for a moment. Governments and empires have always feared knowledge they can't control. The Roman Empire, the early church, even later conquerors, all had reasons to suppress ideas that challenged their power. What if the Library of Alexandria was a threat too great to let stand? What if its destruction was a cover-up, a way to erase evidence of a world before our own? A world with knowledge we're only now beginning to grasp. Ancient batteries in Baghdad, Greek computers like the Antikythera mechanism, star charts that predate our telescopes. Were these echoes of the library's lost wisdom? Now Now imagine you're standing in Alexandria today. The sea still sparkles, the city still hums, but the library is gone, its foundations buried beneath centuries of sand and stone. Archaeologists have searched for it, but the site remains elusive. Some say it's under the modern city, waiting to be uncovered. Others believe its secrets were scattered across the world, hidden in monasteries, encoded in ancient texts, or locked in private collections. The Vatican's archives, the deserts of Egypt, the mountains of Tibet. Could fragments of the library still be out there, waiting? Here's the heartbreaking truth. We'll never know the full extent of what we lost. The Library of Alexandria wasn't just a building. It was a dream of a world where knowledge was free, where humanity could reach for the stars. Its destruction wasn't just a fire, it was a wound, one that still bleeds in our ignorance. Every time we marvel at an ancient discovery, we're reminded of what might have been. A cure for diseases we still fight, a map to worlds we've yet to explore, a story of who we really are. So what's the real mystery? Was the library burned by accident, or was it a calculated act to control the future? Are its secrets still out there, hidden in plain sight? Or is the greatest tragedy that we've stopped looking? The next time you gaze at the stars, ask yourself, what did they know that we've forgotten? And who made sure we'd never find out?